Hello everybody and welcome to some more Modern Horizons 3. I am Doomwake. Now, before we get started on today's video, I know the format is a little strange right now. As of the time of recording, this is on the Monday when WotC is back from break, and we kind of all assumed they would have banned Nadu if they weren't on break last week, so fingers crossed, and I really hope that we get an announcement today. But the format is kind of in this weird lull where everybody kind of assumes that Nadu is going to get banned. But, you know, there's some interesting things that I still want to try out, even though the games we play against Nadu may or may not end up mattering in the long run. But one of the things that I wanted to try here is a list that I found from a Japanese tournament that was, I want to say it was, I think, the week before the Pro Tour. And it is utilizing this new card from MH3, Reckless Pyrosurfer, in kind of the Boros energy shell that you may or may not be used to by now. So Reckless Pyrosurfer is a card that pays you off for having a lot of creatures. It's a 2/2 with haste, and it has landfall, gets Battlecry. Yes, that does trigger off of fetch lands, so if you have Pyrosurfer in play and you play an Arid Mesa or a Marsh Flats, you get 2 instances of Battlecry, which both trigger when it attacks. One of the best ways to get a bunch of creatures very quickly and very easily is Ocelot Pride, which is a card that I know is a little contentious in the Boros camp, but I am a big fan of it in traditional Boros, and it's even accentuated a little bit more here due to the Reckless Pyrosurfers. Generally, I'm not a big fan of Ragavan in these decks, but because we are playing the Pyrosurfer, I kind of think you want to increase the density of 1-drops. So you'll notice we have 12 1-drops, whereas most Boros energy lists only have 8. The other thing that Pyrosurfer works very well with is Ajani. Ajani is just a messed up card. It kind of does a couple of things where Pyrosurfer, you know, Ajani makes 2 bodies. Pyrosurfer, good when you're going wide. Ajani, also when you flip it, makes even more bodies. Here we go, more good stuff with Pyrosurfer, and it's another red permanent for the backside 0, because the traditional Boros decks don't typically have a ton of red permanents, especially the ones that aren't playing Ragavan. So now you'll notice we have Raptor, Pyrosurfer, Ragavan, and Amulet, and then to a lesser extent Phlage, to kind of make sure we can always have a red permanent for the flip to Ajani. The rest of this deck is, you know, kind of stuff you're probably used to. 4 Galvanic Discharge, 3 Lightning Bolt, 4 Unstable Amulet, 3 copies of Phlage. The Fable of Mirror Breakers are what we cut to make room for the Pyrosurfer, which I do think is going to make us a little bit weaker in the energy mirrors. But I think that, you know, if the format is speeding up to where we kind of expect it to, Pyrosurfer does give you a faster Goldfish, so there's a little bit of give and take there. One last thing that I wanted to mention is there's been some talk about people cutting Unstable Amulet from their Boros energy decks. I don't know if I like that. What I will say is, the more that you play the Boros deck, the more you realize you kind of just want to use all of your energy when available on Guide of Souls. So I can kind of understand you not having the extra energy to be able to activate Amulet. Perhaps it's not a 4 of, maybe it's something that you want to start trimming copies of, but for now I'm keeping 4, but I could see myself trying, you know, in a more traditional version with Fables, I could see myself going down to 2 copies, because you kind of already have the card advantage front covered, especially with Fable and Phlage. As far as the mana base is concerned, pretty straightforward stuff. So the one thing that you might notice is there's only 2 copies of Aether Hub. The reason for that is because the additional 1-drop, so Guide of Souls, Pride, and Ragavan. Aether Hub is really good with Amped Raptor, and I understand that, but it's kind of awkward when you have Hub and a basic land and you want to start casting like an Ocelot Pride and a Ragavan. Like, there are going to be spots where your mana is a little awkward, so I think it makes sense to play 2, but I could be wrong on that. As far as the sideboard is concerned, pretty, you know, normal stuff. Sun Cleanser for the mirrors, Magistrate for Storm, Prison is just a good catch-all. I made room for 1 Fable the Mirror Breaker. You can't cut them all. 1 Gigantha, 2 Wear Tear, 2 Unlicensed Terse, and 2 Damping Sphere. Pretty standard sideboard stuff, and yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of this deck. Again, not sure if this is where you would want to be, depending on how the format changes with a potential Nadu ban, because Pyrosurfer, the idea is kind of you're just faster than Nadu. So who knows? Maybe this will be completely irrelevant come the next Nadu ban announcement, but it's at least a good test and a good exercise nonetheless. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to let me know what you thought down below. Like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in round number 1. Did Tom call Rush Dad Rock? I mean, I am old enough to be a father, so it's a bit land heavy, but I think it's fine. I do have a Surveil land in this deck, right? Yep, 1 Surveil land. Maybe this version should play 2 Surveil land because we get a little bit of a higher land count. Yeah, I guess it is. It is pretty old, so I understand it. That was the wrong land to play. I had 3 choices to play. Well, I could fetch basic mountain on turn 1 if I wanted to. So it's not... I need to find Aspiring Spike's business email, and I'm going to send him a nasty fucking letter. And tell him to stop getting people to play Suppression Field in Modern. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Can you tag him on Twitter? I should have. That would have been a good moment, right? He's gonna spike the price on it. It's an uncommon. This is worth like a penny, right? I assume it's been reprinted. It's from Old Ravnica. I don't think that matters. I won't hit Phlage, right? It's not bad. I attack. Has it really never been reprinted? I figured it would be in like some random, I don't know, like dual deck or commander set. All right, what is the price of Suppression Field right now? Let's check. Price. Suppression Field. It's like $1 right now. Foils are 12. GT was reprinted at a precon. Well, it was the precon when it was the current set, right? It Mongo, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome everybody from Mongo stream. I guess I should bolt first, because then if they... Okay, I was going to say if they ephemerate, then I can discharge. I'm going to play this untapped. I mean, we're still just kind of miles ahead, right? Like, what are they going to do? We're winning this game by so much. Oh, whoops. Apparently I hit F4 on accident. I should have cast that, obviously, but... Kind of lucky that I didn't cast that. Apparently I hit F4. I didn't mean to do that. No, I don't think... Spike's deck didn't have Wrath of the Skies, right? Mangoes. Alright, Ragavan dead. Ragavan dead. I don't remember exactly what Spike's deck had. I'll be alright. I could have popped the flats there, but that would have maybe used the treasure token. But now I can... I mean, I'm just going to Phlage them, right? We go to 6, and then we go here. I guess I don't crack the fetch this turn. I guess I could have cracked the fetch and... I could have went crack the fetch and used the treasure to cast the front half of Phlage. I don't think it matters. I think we'll be alright. Yeah, I can escape next turn anyways, right? Treasure and 3 lands. So I think it's fine. Opponent, you are dead. Remember that time where they had Suppression Field on turn 2 and I had 3 fetch lands in hand? It just didn't matter at all. Sus. It's a little suspicious. Alright, what do we do against... I should probably take a look at his deck list, right? I guess I'll look at the deck list. Did he post it? Did this deck? White Weenie. Ajani, Sentinel, Guide, Pride, Felia, Captain, Solitude, Phantom, Enchanter, Ephemerate, Suppression Fields. I guess maybe Static Prison could be okay. He's not doing energy stuff, so Cleanser's kind of bad. I don't think... No wear tear targets. I mean, the thing is, I don't really have bad cards. I guess I can shave on Ragavan. Yeah, but do I really care that much about Suppression Fields? Like, I can kind of just play around it. Like, if they had it in play the whole game, they had it in play the entirety of game 1, and it did stone cold nothing. Like, I just don't care about that card. Even when I had 2 fetches, like, I could just use my other lands and eventually fetch out of it, you know? Like, they're not putting that much pressure on me. Like, they're giving me time. That's kind of why I don't understand the fields. I mean, I get it's good against combo decks, but, like, just sideboard it, you know? Main deck field seems kind of weird. When I started making content, did the sound of your voice in recordings surprise me? I recorded myself yesterday and absolutely hated the way I sounded. It was definitely something that was difficult to get used to. It was a weird one for sure. Because it's like, you don't really expect that. You've never like listened to yourself talk before, you know? Yeah, like what are we gonna do with it this game? I guess it's good against the amulet. It's okay against the amulet. Not great against the Ajani. Yeah, it's like you don't know what you're getting yourself into, you know? You don't know what to expect. Yeah, that's like the hardest hump to get over when you start making content. It's kind of rude. It's good against Flip the Ajani. It's okay. I don't really want to trade Pyrosurfer for this, so let's just go Pride Amulet, I think. Also don't want to trade here, because I could just find a removal spell for this and start attacking. I wonder why people really hate their voice more so than a random voice. I think it's just unexpected, you know? Like, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. Like, I don't hate the way that I don't hate my voice. I mean, I kind of do a little bit, but it's like the first time you hear it, you don't know what to expect, kind of thing, and I think that's what it is mostly. 2/2 first strike, huh? How'd I beat that? Find a red card. It's a bit of a punishment for holding up red, but it'll be fun. Maybe I'm not supposed to cast the Pride that turn. Could have also sent this in to just let it die to flip the Ajani. But then... Actually, you know what? Casting that Pride was kind of bad, right? I could have just attacked with this Pride. If they block, I can go flip, pay 2 mana, make a token, kill this. That was probably a little bit better. Your voice is different in your head than what you actually sound like. Right, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, try it out. Like, record yourself on like your camera on your computer microphone and just see how you sound. Like, you'd be surprised. You know, you sound a lot different. Okay, well that helps. Remove your creature. I was really hoping they did not have that. Should have maybe floated a red to cast this. Although I kind of want to keep the energy. I mean, I guess I'm in the same spot as last turn, right? Just attack if they block, then we can flip a Ajani, kill something. And then we go here. Make this. Kill probably one of the phantoms, I think. And then that makes a token. This is still not even that bad of a spot. They can Flicker Wisp to kill the cat token, but then they can't kill the Ajani if they exile the Flicker Wisp. Yeah, this is kind of fun. Ajani's going to die. Not if they... Oh. Wait, really? They're just going to give me another token? I guess. No RCQs. I'm doing watch parties for the PTL weekend. No RCQs for me. Okay, I get my Ajani back. I have located the Ajani. I know I can't crack the fetch land this turn, but I mean, it's still a fuck ton of damage, right? Still infinite damage. They get the trade for Ajani. And let them trade for Ajani. They take 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, go to 6. I mean, they can also trade for this, but kind of okay with that. Make a 50-50 coin toss Gamba so I can either lose my 200k or double it, please and thanks. I mean, if a mod wants to make a Gamba and just do a coin flip, that's fine. How about this? If a mod makes the coin flip Gamba, I'll do the coin flip on screen. But only if a mod makes the Gamba. If a mod wants to do it, I'm in. That requires too much effort. Classic Duck Doomwake mods. Spell Skittles says, make me a mod and I'll do it. Say less. Say less. Giganta. Pyrosurfer, Phlage, huh? No. Sand's a little bit better. I'm going to keep the Surveil Land in hand. It's a little bit awkward if I draw 1-drop, though. All right, chat, we have it. We have the coin toss Gamba. Did you know that 90% of gamblers quit right before they are about to hit it big? Don't be that person. Chat, the Gamba's up. Oh, wait. You're on Tails? Oh, God. Who was it? It was... Who was it? It was Enlightened Master? Oh, boy. We're about to 07 all of Enlightened Master's points. It told me to. Did the prophecy fulfilled it? I guess it's just better to do this, right? Do it main phase in case they have Boros Charm. Should have played Sacred Foundry. I wasn't thinking about doing that. I was sure I was going to play Ajani that turn, but I think this is better. It seems not the best to be playing a burn deck when everybody has Phlage. Oh, is the Gamba over? All right, let's do it. Hold on. Coin flip. All right, you ready? This is going to be flip again. Don't worry. It's going to show heads, but we're not utilizing this one. I'm going to flip it live, okay? I'll even zoom in. All right, chat. 3, 2, 1. Tails never fails. Any Tails enjoyers? Any Tails enjoyers? What a rush, huh? Yeah, get it twisted, gamble your life savings away, etc., etc. Didn't you already redeemed VIP though, Tomber, you know? Enlightened Master now has enough to redeem VIP mod. What a true degenerate. What do you want, Enlightened Master? Can we get some claps in chat for Enlightened Master? Don't pick Tails, boo. Oh, okay. You said, wait, was that a rigged Gamba by the moderator? Rigged Gamba? Hello? Yeah, like I said, you know, I mean, it's just the classic, they didn't hit a burn spell, did they? Or a 1-mana spell? It's the classic. You never know. Or, what was I going to say? 90% of gamblers quit big right before they're about to win. That's what I was going to say. Thank God I drew a Phlage there, by the way. How do people play Burn when the card Phlage Titan of Fire's Fury exists? Like, how do you register Burn in this economy? Are they going to skullcrack me? The Burn Cabal don't care. I mean, they probably should. There's a really good chance they should. Maybe they splash Furoko. Well, they don't have to. They have this, you know? I mean, they get to play the card as well. It's not nearly as good in their deck as it is in mine. True. Surprise, motherfucker. Yeah, I know. You're going to skullcrack me. I get it. I know. I mean, I'm not going to not cast it. Right, so they have to draw Boros Charm. Or 2 spells. Please don't draw Boros Charm. Like, Claim the Firstborn. Well, the problem with Claim the Firstborn is you have to let the Phlage resolve twice before that card's relevant. And, there's an issue with that, you know? Come on, don't draw Boros Charm. Please. There's no way, right? Oh, yeah, you can have that. That one I'm good with. We're still playing? You sure you want to keep playing? You sure about that? They have Bolt. The Bolt doesn't matter at all, though, right? Like, I mean, now they're literally just dead to the other Phlage, but they were winning anyways. I want to cast my Phlage. I drew all 3 Phlages that game. It's pretty lucky. All right, what do you want against Burn? Sun Cleanser good against Burn. Remove all counters from target creature. I don't know about that. Do I want any of this stuff against Burn? Maybe Static Prison? I don't think so. Seems good. Keep this. Max, it'll be fine. It's fine. Spell Skittles with the 4 gifted subs. Spell Skittles, thank you very, very much for the 4 gifted subs. I have to prepare myself a little bit for this one. But I will oblige. I will, in fact, oblige. Oh, yeah, the actual Doomwake emote. The emote that my entire channel is built around. It's Del Taco time. You can read it while you do this deck tech. I don't know if I can multitask like that. I will declare no blocks. Let me beat this burn opponent real quick. Well, that's rude. I don't appreciate that. You know, it turns out, Tom, I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of you, Tom. I don't like your antics. I don't think Tom and I can be friends anymore. Looks like a Doomwake Giant Turtle in emote. Yeah, well, I mean, it is a Doomwake Giant. That is what that's what the emote's based around. Searing Blaze coming in. Well, they didn't play a land pre-combat. Is that emote referencing a magic card? I've got potential. Yeah, I guess they could have Searing Blood. -4 Keck W. I sure would like the transform by Ajani if you allow it. I'm at 9. So we go Ragavan, second Ajani. Oops. Go to 8. I need to start gaining life at some point. I don't know how we go about doing that. Rushing around, it's alright, tell me. How do we go about gaining life? I guess maybe I should have played a Pride that turn, because that could have started to gain me life next turn. Maybe that was better? Not sure. 2 cards left in hand. I mean, that probably kills them very quickly, right? We could hit Lightning Helix off their deck. Can you imagine? Come on, give me a Helix off their deck. One time. I probably should not cast that card. I think I will elect to, in fact, not cast that card. It's not the best idea, right? Oh my god, it's Eidolon! You would have cast it? Yeah, but I have to fetch Shock. I don't have a second basic mountain. If I could fetch a basic and cast it, maybe, but having to Shock means I don't think I can. Oh, okay. Well, it did better anyways. Alright, Tom, you may have bested me that game, but that's only because I did not deploy the Phlage. Tom cannot beat the Phlage. No chance against the Phlage. This hand's the nuts. This hand is really good. Also, Pyrosurfer, kind of nice with Pride. Just lets you gain more life. Super punish for playing Ragavan instead of Ocelot. So, well, if I played Ocelot that turn, Party Zeke, I would not have been able to get. I needed a red permanent for Ajani. Have you tried aggro Scapeshift yet? With Pyrosurfer? No, I have not. I have not considered trying that. But I guess that sounds kind of interesting, right? Could be worse. So what does that deck look like? It's like Pyrosurfer, Step Links. Is it just all the landfall creatures? Pyrosurfer, Step Links, Akum Hellhound, Brushfire Elemental, and Pyrosurfer. Scapeshift, Ren and 6. What's the rest of the deck? Is that it? Why would you play Ornithopter? Should we have save fetch for Surfer? I don't know if I want to Shock there. Maybe, but Shocking kind of sucks. How bad is Shove Everything? I think it's fine. Play a Tarkus Command too. In the Scapeshift deck? Are you sure you want to play a Tarkus Command? Did I try Emperor of Bones in the Persist deck? I have not tried Emperor of Bones yet. It's one card that I have not gotten around to. I I don't know if I like that card that much. It's interesting, but I guess the Tarkus Command's kind of cool with the landfall deck, right? Where it's like you can go a Tarkus Command, put another fetch land into play. Yeah, you can put in 2 fetches. I mean, they just can't win this game, right? Like they're just straight up dead. Anyone's game here. I'm at 18 on turn 3 against the burn deck. Threw an Eidolon. Could, like, have their own Phlage, I guess. This is without resolving Phlage, by the way. I'll take a fetch land, please. Not exactly. I mean, it's good enough. I'm going to try to hit a land off this. I really don't want to shock, though, so let's do this first. They could have 2 1-mana spells. 2 1-mana spells would suck. But then I just don't kill this. I just bank the energy. Like, if they had double bolt here, they bolt this, bolt this. Yeah, if they have 2 bolts, we're kind of in trouble. Looks like they have 1 spell. Okay. I will simply not use my energy then. I mean, I could just put them to 2, though, right? Like, that's still good, I think. Right? Yeah, just put them to 2. They get to eat the Ocelot Pride, I guess, but then they go to 2, and then what's their out at that point? Yeah, not only, like, I have a lethal board, they have 2 pain lands, and I still have more, like, you know, Pyrosurfer land. I have the Amulet in play, too, so I think they had to block the Pride there. I don't think the Pyrosurfer mattered as much as the Pride did. I mean, it doesn't matter. They have no outs anyways. All right, easy dubs. Do you think there is any sort of Pyrosurfer plus land ramp out there deck out there? We were just having this conversation earlier about playing like Akum Hellhound, Steplinks, Pyrosurfer. What was it? Akum Hellhound, Steplinks, Pyrosurfer, Brushfire Elemental, and then playing that with Scape Shifts, which sounds kind of interesting. I don't hate that idea. I will keep this hand in bottom hub, I think. I take it that's for a deck tech. I will happily take a look. Let's go Pride first. Arid Mesa. Could be Storm. Looks like it maybe is Storm, because most of the Boros decks are playing Giganta. I don't know what's better to play this turn. Assuming I get a next turn, I think it's maybe better to play Raptor. No. Actually, it is better to play Raptor and just try to spike another creature. Well, that's best case scenario. I can probably kill them next turn. I fully realize this is not tier 1 by any means, just F&M fun. Well, good timing, because we are about to get Storm comboed. That's a perfect time to do a deck tech. Oh, cool, we died. Let me sideboard real quick for Storm. Okay, so Draenith, Sphere, Hearse. What are we cutting against Storm? Like 1 Phlage, 2 Amulet, maybe 1 Pride, 2 Ajani. Do I just don't play any Phlages against them? Phlage is really slow. Could do 1 Phlage, or something like that. I got 1 Phlage. Look, you only need 1 copy of Phlage if you always draw it. I'm just going to go high upside and try to slam Ragavan. I pitched Mesa. I feel like this is the first time I've seen Storm play Gemstone Caverns, but it does make a lot of sense. It's bullshit. Let's go Guide into Pride, I guess. Hey. And then this way I can go next turn, Ajani, trigger, attack with Guide, put counters here. probably. Yeah, the combination of Guide, Ocelot Pride, and Ajani, like, it just lets you do so much. Okay, kind of a brick. I mean, they found a cost reducer, so maybe it's not that much of a brick. But no draw spells. All right, give me a... what, Damping Sphere probably is the card I want the most. I'll take that. Oh, I meant to get a basic. My life total doesn't matter too much, but I did mean to get a basic there. So we're at 21. We get to go pay the 3 energy counters here. Oh, right, I have 2. Do both. So this is 3, 6, 7. They go to 12. We can probably kill them next turn, right? Yeah, we like 100% kill them next turn. Yeah, we get the blessing. They have to deal me 30. I mean, I'm fairly confident they could deal me 30 if they need to. But just text me if I'm dead, okay? We win! We did it. We did the thing. Why didn't you guys text me? I told you to text me if I won. It was right as I walked away. Wait, was it really like the exact moment I walked away? It's pretty good. You'll love to see it. That's what we call comedic timing. See, like, I don't know. I hate these hands against Storm. It's like, this is a really good hand, but... can you keep a hand without a sideboard card against them? Like, this hand's really good. I feel like you have to, but I don't know. Maybe this is just bad. They'll keep a Ral hand. Yeah, I guess we can hope. Removing their life prevents combo. Yeah, but it's not clear how fast we can do that, you know? Ral, 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 Ral. Please cast Ral. Damn it. Alright, Sphere me? Nope. Well, we died. Unless we hit a Static Prison off their deck. Give me a Static Prison, please. Not quite. I guess we should... well, we're gonna have to crack the fetch next turn anyways, right? Even if I use the treasure. So, at that point, I might as well just crack the fetch now. Like, I can use the treasure to cast the Ajani, but then I still have to crack the fetch before playing the Pyrosurfer next turn, so... I will F6, and if they cast Ral, I will un-F6. But something tells me they're not going to cast Ral. Alright, chat, sit back and enjoy the ride. This is the part of the video where my editor is going to, you know, fast-forward all this nonsense. Oh, un-F6, 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 un-F6. I mean, we have to do it at the first opportunity. Waiting is just worse, right? Maybe waiting is not worse. Okay, it's only on 6 loyalty, though, so it's fine, I think. Copium. Well, the problem is, even if they somehow brick this turn, they can just kill the Ragavan and the cat token. So we can't even kill the Ral next turn. Yeah. We're also very likely just dead this turn. Can haste and bolt it. This is all assuming we even get a turn, which is not very likely. As soon as they find a wish, I'll concede. I mean, I'm not technically dead. I'm only like 99.99999% dead. Alright, you win. Cool deck. It's weird, right? Because there is a lot of good sideboard cards for it, but I don't know. Like the deck is very good at fighting against the sideboard cards too. Because like here's the problem. Not only did they print a bunch of broken Storm cards, but they also printed the best possible answer with Static Prison. So it's like these decks can easily fight through a pile of sideboard cards. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the Pyrosurfer with this hand over the Raptor. That's kind of close. But against Giganta, I think they might be a Boros mirror, and Pyrosurfer is a lot worse than the Boros mirror. Alright, cast your removal spell, I know you have it. This should be an interesting matchup, because I'm curious to see, like, obviously Pyrosurfer is a lot worse than Fable in these matchups. But, like, I want to see how much losing Fable matters compared to, you know what I mean? That's a big question to answer. Because this is going to be a very grindy matchup where, in these types of matchups, Pyrosurfer is a lot worse. Okay. Hit Prison. It's not bad. I'm also not playing Prison main. I don't know if that's a good idea, but I'm choosing not to play Prison main. Give me a Phlage. Guess that's fine. Get a Surveil Land off this. Yeah, it is an Ajani matchup. How has Arena of Glory been? Very, very good when you draw Phlage. Not the best when you don't draw Phlage, but I think it's good enough with Phlage that it is worth playing. Because like the thing about that is it just turns it changes the math on the clock so much. Like they go from having an extra turn to just being dead on the spot. I guess I have to decide if I want to pick up Gigantha or play God of Souls. I think it's just pick up Gigantha. Go to 11. Also, just saying. I don't know if you know how this combo works, but I'm gonna show you a new Splinter Twin combo. It is good with Gigantha. That's come up a couple of times. What should WotC ban if Ruby warrants one? I mean, Ruby Medallion, right? I mean, I think the correct answer is Ral, but I highly doubt they would ever consider banning a brand new Mythic Rare. Like, Ral is a better card than Ruby Medallion, but it's also a Mythic Rare in their brand new flagship set. Like, it's just not realistic for them to consider banning that card. Hello, Jose. Wow, we are not in a good spot. I can haste Gigantha, but they just chump block with the cat token. So I think that's not a good tactic, and I'm also going to save the fetch land for a Pyrosurfer turn. Ban Grape Shot? I mean, if you ban Grape Shot, they would just kill you with, like, Empty the Warrens plus some way to give our stuff haste with Wish. Like, I don't think banning Grape Shot does anything. Yeah, I mean, if you ban Medallion, they probably just go back to playing, the other cost reducers, like Electromancer Baral. But it also makes them, like, more susceptible to creature removal, right? If their reducers are Ral and Baral Electromancer, then they're a lot more exposed to creature removal. But the fact of the matter is that Ruby Medallion just does not care about creature removal. So like you can load up on bolts and pushes, but if they start a Medallion, then you're just dead. Tink this, I guess. Time to ban the last two rituals. Honestly, kinda based. Kinda based. Alright, I guess we're doing this, right? Alright, Gigantha, please save me. If there's anything that Gigantha can do, it's this. Just don't kill my Gigantha, please. I guess I can't attack with the God of Souls. Just please don't kill my Gigantha. Please and thank you. They could have Discharge. Alright, they don't have Discharge. 7/7 Flyer coming in. We could still honestly win this game. Like, can they afford to take 11? You know, that appears they can't afford to take 11. Am I dead to Copy and Guide of Souls? They go Copy Guide, third energy, attack, trigger, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think I'm quite dead. They're doing the same on their turn. Oh, right, they picked up Gigantha. I do have a blocker, though. So they can... Well, the thing is, because they paid an energy from the prison, if they just play Gigantha, they don't have enough energy to jump Gigantha. So I could just chump block it, theoretically. We're just having a conversation. Like I said, I don't think anything necessarily needs to get banned right now. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying somebody in chat asked, hypothetically, if there was a card to be banned, what would it be? And I responded. But I don't think anything needs to be banned right now. think they can deal me 12, right? Because they jump this. 7, 10, 11, 12. Oh, is it Exacxes? No, right? 7, 8, 9. Oh. But the only way I can survive is letting them have this, and then they kill me with Ajani. Oh, maybe they have 6th. Maybe they have 6th? It appears they did not have 6. Was there a different way I could have done that? I don't think so. I think it was just lethal no matter what. I mean, there are certain circumstances where formats can adapt, you know? Like, if a deck is too powerful, i.e., you know, I mean, plenty of the cards that are on the ban list. And now, again, I'm not saying that that's necessarily where we are. I think you're maybe taking it out of context. Like, this was all a hypothetical. I personally believe that nothing needs to be banned right now. That's, like, and I will stand by that statement for now. Now, could that potentially change in a, you know, a short period of time, maybe after the Pro Tour? Maybe, but I think everything is fine right now. People, like you said, people are still trying to adjust and adapt, and like, there's Nadu, there's Storm, there's a lot of busted decks right now. But that's just kind of the nature of the cards in MH3. They gave a lot of power to these non-interactive decks. I played against Finkel yesterday. I think he was playing Storm, obviously. I know we beat him, but I forgot what we were playing. It's a pretty good hand. Is this what chat's like when you start talking about bans? Yeah, I know, Pyko. I know. It's just the same thing every time. It never ends. It never ends. Deck. I mean, this is a really good start. And then we have a big Pride, so they can't discharge it or bolt it. This is just the nuts, right? Starts like this make this deck look really messed up. Sure. Yeah, I mean, they hit a bolt, which is good for the Pride, but this guide is still going to trounce them. You know what? I kind of think I want a double spell here, rather than play Fable. Call me crazy, but the reasoning for this is I can just get so aggressive with the Guide of Souls. Like, I can put a counter on the cat token. I can go really wide, get both my creatures flying, put them to 9. Like, they're just dead. We get energy off this next turn. They take a damage. Like, what are they supposed to do? Well, that's a pretty good hit. That answers one of the problems. But that's kind of why I wanted to put the counters in the cat token last turn, just in case they did have this. Okay. So we go here, deal them a damage, play Fable, which gives us 1 energy, not enough to trigger, but they go to 5. I mean, obviously we're miles ahead. Okay, second Amulet. Could maybe find them something. I don't really care about the chip damage from Amulet right now. It's not the most concerning. Plains. It's pretty good. They have 1 mana left. You know, I think I'll keep that. I think I'll hang on to that one. What do you think? Upstairs. God, play draw matters so much in this matchup. Should I bring in my Static Prisons? I don't know what I'd cut for them, though. What is my next weakest card? Maybe Ragavan? Because Ragavan's not super great against their Ocelot Prides. I don't know, it's still pretty good, though. Maybe the Wear Tear can maybe go. But I kind of like the first Wear Tear, because it is good against Amulet and Static Prison. I could even see the second Wear Tear. We could try cutting Ragavan on the draw. Like, maybe I want to cut all the Ragavans, play 3 Prisons and the second Wear Tear. Just be a little bit more interactive. Because, like, we can't be as aggressive on the play as you saw that game. Like, my opponent was on the draw and they just had no chance. So you have to be a lot more reactive on the draw. I mean, it's just kind of how this matchup goes, you know? Where's my Sun Cleanser? I need to cleanse the sun. There's basically 0% chance they don't have a removal spell here. But also, I think it's fine if they kill it. Is it fine? I mean, it's 1 less removal spell for the Ajani, I guess. Oh, okay, well, pretty happy that I cast it now. Yeah, I agree, Tasty Cheese, especially in the draw. Like, on the play, you could certainly justify Ragavan, but it's much, much worse in the draw. This is so awkward. I kind of feel like I just need to be mana efficient this turn. And what I mean by that is cast Raptor next turn double spell. I mean, obviously, like we can try to hit Yahtzee with the removal spell, and that's the nuts. Yeah, this is good. I mean, I expect this to die. Which, yeah, that's fine. Okay. We're just doing the exact same thing. Although, they don't have energy for that hub. Okay, now they do. No third land, potentially? Okay. Graveyard, Ajani. Okay, now we have stolen the initiative. And no, I don't mean with White Plume Adventurer. Every set is Commander Horizons. I mean, it kind of is, right? I mean, they had a modern Horizons 3 Commander product, you know? That's just facts. You can't deny that. Is that the same one that you requested yesterday? That song was really good. All right, so they're just very dead, right? Extremely dead. Attack. What? Did you ever Phlage your own cat token to flip here, or is that too aggressive? It's got to be too aggressive, right? Yeah, there's just, like, no reason to do that, I think. I'm just going to go upstairs. They go to 9. And then next turn I can discharge and Phlage. Okay, well, actually we're doing none of that because our opponent's off it. Like, I kind of think just going upstairs gives them no outs, because then we just Phlage them next turn. And just keep all my battlefield presence. This hand is broken. God, I just, like, I see hands like this, and I don't want to play any deck other than this. Like, what is this hand, dude? It's so good. Phlage for your own Ajani flip is probably only good if you think they don't have any walker removal. Right, yeah, they have, like, Gal. They could also have their own Phlage. Like, there's plenty of ways they could kill the Phlage that turn if I flip. So it just seems, like, unnecessarily aggressive. Like, I'm so far ahead at that point. I don't want to buy the cards for this deck. How much are Prides at Ajani's in paper? Probably too expensive. I have most of the other stuff. Oh my goodness. Well, we're dead. I mean, they didn't have the trap last turn, right? Which means I should probably fetch now before, so they have less odds to hit it. Is that cope? Okay. I don't know. Are we dead? This matchup can't be that bad. We can kill them pretty quickly. We're going to put a lot of pressure on them. I feel like with the opponent on 12, dealing 25% of their life with Phlage. Right. Yeah, I mean, the other option was, like, Phlage them, and then maybe, like, Phlage them, flip my Ajani, and let them keep the Raptor, but at that point, like, you might as well just kill everything. Should have not killed the crab. Wait, what? Okay. I guess they're off it. So I guess we have a doubter in the chat. On her forehead. All right. Oh, okay. Well, now what do we do? All right, I'm gonna call it good enough. We would have won that game, and we probably would have won game 3 on the play. So we'll call it a W. It's fine. It's fine. We'll call it a dub. What did we lose to? Oh yeah, Storm. I don't know. This deck was pretty cool. There was a couple of spots where Pyrosurfer came up. We did play the Boros Mirror, and it was noticeably worse than Fable would have been. I kind of think that maybe we should consider trimming on some of the removal spells. Like, I want to trim a Bolt and maybe the 4th copy of Ragavan or Amulet, play 2 Fables main, just to have a little bit more staying power in the Boros Mirror. Now, sure, you can just cut the Pyrosurfers against the other mid-range decks, but, you know, maybe hedge a little bit game 1 for the mid-range decks. But Pyrosurfer does kill pretty quickly, and this deck makes a boatload of tokens. So I kind of like the idea. And sideboard's pretty good. I think that maybe more Fables could be good in the sideboard, just kind of like this transformational plan where you like board out of the aggressive stuff and into the Fable stuff. But if you're watching us on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you thought down below, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, YouTube.